And welcome back to my Let's Play of Insurmountable, where we're still looking to climb the big mother of all mountains. Okay, there is a bunch of stuff that's right there on the path, so... The storm, okay. Storm energy cost for climbing increased. Tomorrow the weather is clear, so... It does help. My mindfulness is going to go away, unfortunately. That's bad. As a result of the mental stress that comes with the climb. The claw! It's the claw! Roar! Giant claw. It's as big as a battleship. I love the giant claw. It's so dumb. I've never seen that movie, but the giant claw is so dumb. It's amazing. Okay, so... I think I'll stop here. I'll hit both these points. Actually, stop here. I want the cave first, damn it. I want the cave first. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. However, you notice a strong smell. You follow the smell, but aren't able to find anything except some tufts of fern bones. I lie down and sleep. Yep, that is going to help. Okay, got my energy back up, but the problem is oxygen and sanity are still down. You enter an open hut. Glowing coals in the fireplace indicate that it is inhabited, but the owner appears to have fled. On the table behind the door, you find an oxygen bottle. An offering, your inner voice urges you not only to take, but to also give. What will you leave in its place? Can't afford to do that, so... I only have the one thing of hot tea, right? Yeah, but I mean, that's fine. I'll take the oxygen, though. And I will use the oxygen! Level up. Moving and climbing. That could definitely help. Ooh, didn't see another POI upstairs. I need sanity, damn it. You spot a deer stand between two skeletal trees just ahead of you. As you consider walking over to the deer stand to search it for provisions, you hear a rumbling. Sounds like an avalanche. You see the snow cloud on the horizon. It's heading straight for you. Yeah, we're not going to be in... Yeah, we're not involved in this. We're not involved with this at all. I know what's going to happen. Bad things. Very bad things. Still... storm though, but it'll at least be clear tomorrow, so that'll help. Wonder if I can get to that point. Yeah, that's not terrible. You approach a canyon and notice that a rope has been stretched across it. Who could have done that, and can you risk using it? No, I will take the detour. If the rope snapped, you never would have survived the fall. You decide to find another way. Yeah, it's like, no. No. I see I'm getting somewhat closer to the top. But I cannot afford... branches of a nearby bush are completely covered in spiderwebs. If you take a closer look, you notice several spiders vanishing into a hole. You bend to inspect the hole. There's something hidden in there. There better be something in here. Your fingertips brush something soft. It's a cloth bag. Sadly, it's empty. Son of a... That is not something I can afford. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I need something for the insanity. And to think I'm somewhat almost there, it's really hard to tell. What time did I start anyways? 4 minutes ago. So plenty of time left. You tripped and banged your knee, cursing up a storm. You kicked the rock and tripped over, revealing the crack in the ground. Seems as though someone has used the crack to hide their possessions. I'll make the crack bigger. You reach into the crack, you graze something with your fingertips. It feels like a thin book of some sort. The frozen earth has not been kind to it. You skim the handwritten notes. They were penned by another mountaineer over 50 years ago, long before the island's existence became public knowledge. And there's more. Someone has stashed provisions here. Oh, thank God. Wait, how much does that give me back? Oh, that's actually a decent amount. Thank you very much. Can I go that way? Yes. I am pushing it. Push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Yeah, we are definitely pushing it to the fucking limit, that's for sure. I didn't even realize. Yeah, we're very far in the death zone. Oxygen is fine. It's everything else that's... Actually, it's only energy at the moment. Sanity is not terrible. In your weakened state, you become inattentive. You stop watching your step for a brief moment and slide down the slope. With your last strength, you manage to pull yourself up. You're injured, but full of adrenaline. Not something I want. Not something I want right now. As you walk past the massive crevice, you hear faint cries for help. Looking into its depths, you identify an unfortunate mountaineer at the bottom. I do need... After a few feet, the ledge of climbing breaks off. You fought a short ledge before you regain falling. The cries of the mountaineer have been silenced. You have no choice but to climb back up. Everything I do is gonna knock me out. Mom said knock you out. Ooh, forgot about the call for help. You suddenly hear a loud bark behind you. You spin around to see a St. Bernard bounding towards you, panting, its tongue lolling. As it obediently sits at your feet, you notice a harness on its back. There is a bag strapped to it. The dog waits patiently as you search the bag. You find equipment inside. Yep, boots. Very good. Oh, yeah, that's helpful. And some tea, which, yeah, happily drink. Anything good? Yes. Wait. Energy costs when moving and climbing while sanity is high, but... that's not gonna help. Not at the moment. I wonder if I can make that. I mean, I'm risking it. Risk it for the biscuit. Hopefully it's something good. Give me something good. No whammies, no whammies. You rub your eyes in wonder. The boulder in front of you has a strange, unnatural shape. You take a closer look. Two spires of rock seem to be growing out of an elongated skull carved from stone. There's even the suggestion of a beard on its chin. You don't know why, but it makes you happy to see this monument to the mountain goats. Yeah, that is not a lie. That is not a lie. That actually makes you happy to see the tribute to the mountain goats. Yes, that is actually very true. Dang, how much... 74 energy, but it's nightfall too. I mean, I can somewhat see. Okay, so... yeah, I can go get that. I'll take any... as long as it's not too far off the beaten trail, I'll take anything I can get my hands on. I mean, I'm getting somewhat closer to the top. I can see I still got a long-ass way to go. But my sanity is back up. That is helpful. You march up a hill where the wind has left wavy patterns in the snow. Endless, uniform. Hypnotized, you take one step after another. Suddenly, you slip and land on your behind. You slide down the slope at breakneck speed, your arms flailing wildly. Finally, you come to a stop, your heart pounding against your ribs. That was close. Yep, that was indeed close. Everything bad that can happen on this mountain is gonna happen on this mountain. You discover a large leather saddlebag lying on the ground. Right next to it, you discover faded hoof prints. You find an intact tent in the saddlebag. Cool. That's something. Okay, so which way can I go? Ooh, there is stuff over here. Ugh. It's too far out of my way. That's a problem. I can't afford to go out of my way. Energy is fine, so... honestly, it says I can make it to the top without breaking all my sanity, so... that's not bad. Yeah, it feels like my energy is going to crumble right there, but honestly, that's not bad. Either way, we're still still climbing. This is nuts. Laboriously, you trudge up the slope through knee-high snow. You stop abruptly, you blink, scarcely noticeable, and as if in slow motion, a blanket of snow is creeping up over the slope directly towards you. I lose a bit of oxygen and time, but as you hurry down the slope, you cast a glance over your shoulder. The mountains of snow are getting menacingly close, but finally they come to a standstill. You don't want to risk running into another avalanche, so you search for a different way. That's fine. That's fine, as long as I don't die. As long as I don't freaking die, that's fine. And after this, I'll stop. I'll stop, and time is still on my side, but I can get a bunch of energy out of it. And I believe I can keep walking, too. Yeah, that is helpful that I can keep walking. What's that? Is that more energy braking? Holy shit. That is a problem. Then again, this thing is steep, so what do I expect? Well, sleep long. At least it'll be clear tomorrow, right? Ow, weather tomorrow cold. Okay, well, nice. Body temperature loss increased. Okay, I suppose that's something. I guess keep going. Keep going, because we're doing good. Doing good, and I'm not going to stop here. Not now. Gonna keep going to the top of the mountain. What do we hope? Just to find out how to get out of here? Ooh, can I get that item? I believe I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, and yes, I will. Hell, yes. I will take this. Mine. You reach the shore of a frozen mountain lake. On the embankment, you find what remains of a camp. You take a look around, but there's nothing useful in sight. Or is there? Just a few yards from you on the sheet of ice, you spot some unopened food. Do you want to retrieve it? Yes. You made it. You collapse on the embankment, the canned food in your pack. That's going to taste good. Yes, it is. Shit. Guess I can just go piece by piece until I can get a better view of the mountaintop. And then I'll get some energy back up here. Ooh. And sanity, nice. Let me see up the damn mountain. I don't want the camera shoved up my ass. Guess I'll just have to go brick by brick until I can... Well, I got a couple of bricks up, so maybe, just maybe, I can find what I'm looking for. Oh, there's a cave there, but that doesn't help. We are getting close. This has been, like, I make it seem easy by just how progressively forward I'm going, but keep in mind, I've been doing this for a while now, so I've gotten pretty freaking used to trying some... Wait, is that the top of the mountain? It is! Oh my god, I thought it was a lot further away. Holy crap. That still took like 2 episodes to get up here. You are standing on top of the world, gazing at the sea of clouds surrounding the other peaks. Incredulous, exhausted, but proud. You are so moved that for a moment you forget what you're doing here, but the shrill siren jolts you back to reality. You quickly place the amulet on a flat rock. It is radiating heat, so hot that you burn your hands. The siren rises in tone, and the pulsing gets stronger and stronger. Then there is an ear-splitting bang, lightning, stark white light. You fall to your knees and close your eyes. The shrill siren comes to a sudden stop. You blink. There's a crack in the air directly in front of you, a window into the station. It has changed a lot. Have you done it? You bend over, warm air blows your face, then you place a foot in the threshold. So are we done? It seems like we might be. we have broken the time loop. You need to bring your charged amulet to the highest peaks in the mountains in order to destroy the time loop. Oh, I have done that. 40 for unused consumables. That's funny. Darn, almost got max level on that too. Oh well. I made it though. Score. Oh, game complete. Side missions. I've done them all. Yeah, penalty for deaths. Character proficiency. Nice. Item proficiency. Okay. Environment proficiency. Pretty good. Terrain proficiency. Again, very good. Event proficiency. Yeah. Score. That's not bad, I think. I'm not sure. That was it? No real cutscene at the end? Huh. Well, that's interesting to say the least. But yeah, that has been Insurmountable on Epic Games, and I'm gonna say this. I like this game. I was getting by the way, I am glad I did all the side stuff now that it involved, you know, helping my score at the end. I don't know if that means anything, but hey. And we also, as you saw, beat the game without falling once. I got worried at times, too. But I must say, this game has been fun, even though it feels a bit repetitive-ish, mainly because it's the same goddamn thing. I don't like the longer missions for finding anomalies. I think 3 was a good point, but I think 5 was overdoing it. And that's the problem. They don't give you a variety of missions either. It's either just climb to the top or find the anomalies. That's really it. It's pretty rinse and repeat. Not much to it. But I still had fun on that either way. I enjoyed the music. It actually worked really good for this game. And your decisions, while they're not inconsequential, they don't affect the overall outcome of the story, but they do mean something. Every choice means something. It's whether or not you're going to get more items, get more energy, get more stat boosts, or if you're going to lose them based on a wrong choice you make that could leave you in a bad way, even getting hurt. So all those choices matter, and I like that touch. I don't feel like there was enough event types because we saw repetitive ones over. You are in the station. A young girl is standing in front of you with a teddy bear in her arms, her mouth agape. She points at you. No, not at you, but at the glowing red amulet on the rock on the other side of the crack. You quickly lean into the crack, which is getting narrower and narrower. Just as you are about to grab the amulet, you are forcefully thrown back into the station. You are dazed and can only watch as the crack closes for good. Then your vision turns black. What? That was... Oh, and you can't even continue now because you beat the game, but that's... Wow. Okay, but like I was saying though, I like how your choices mean something. I don't like that there wasn't enough variety of events though, because we repeated some of them a lot. They could have had more just to prevent that from happening. I know there's a million spaces on the map and a million events you could trigger, so eventually they were going to run out, but still, they could have done a better job. I also do like the storytelling, because they make, even though it's just a visual novel, it makes you feel like you're there, and it makes you feel like you're really in the middle of it. Especially when I was getting closer to the end of the mountaintop, or not the end of the mountaintop, but on the second to last one, when I was pretty close to death, I was feeling it and I was getting scared that I wasn't going to make it. Somehow pulled it off, but I don't know how. But either way, I like how that makes a difference. I like the choices. I don't like the again, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I'm trying to think of anything else I might be able to say about this game, but oh yeah, I had in the back of my mind the gameplay style, which was different than what I expected. I thought it would be just a straightforward game where you just try and just, you know, an FPS kind of thing where you climb up the mountain. No, I didn't expect a weird puzzle board game kind of thing, but it was a pretty cool mechanic, and you don't see very many games like this, especially doing what this did. It's pretty original, at least to me it is. I don't know if anything else has done this. And I liked the story overall and was curious as to where it was going. It was it was a little confusing, and overall it seems like it really didn't mean anything. But it was still fun nonetheless, and all that kept me going because I wanted to see where this went. Overall, it was a pretty short game too. I mean, even there, just with the credits, the end cutscene, and my rambling at the end of it, that still made this last episode only take about 20 minutes. This game has been short. I don't know how much it costs on the actual storefront. I mean, it doesn't have any replay value for me. That's the problem, unless I want to get better scores. But it doesn't have any replay value for me. It was fun. It's an experience, but it's probably one I don't need to come back to unless maybe I pick a higher difficulty. But otherwise, there's no replay value because there's nothing else going on. So, no, I wouldn't pay full price for this because it probably only took me about... I want to say it was under 20 hours, that's for sure. It was a fairly short game. It was a fun, confined experience. Not every game needs to be an epic, but I don't need to, you know, I don't need to put forth a lot. Maybe I'd pay $20 for this. If that's how much it is in there, I'd pay $20 because I think that's about what that's about what it should be for what it is. That's just my humble opinion on it. But yeah, no, that has been Insurmountable, a fun little game. And also, did I mention I beat this in about like all the videos I did, I beat this in about a day of my time? That's honestly crazy to think. I did not think I would do that, but hey, that's what I mean when I say it's short and worth what it is. But anyways, like I said, that's been Insurmountable. Certainly hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing, because I know I did. I would certainly recommend at least giving it a shot, especially if it swings back around for free on the Epic Game Store again, which it could, or if you want to buy it, you can. It's enjoyable enough to where it's worth a bit. But yeah, so in the meantime though, if you liked what you saw, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until the next one, as always, thanks for watching.